Namaste, good morning. I'm in Brazil, in Serra Grande, in the land of cacao. And this morning I woke up to share with you some of the dynamic spiral foundation class. That is what I have been practicing in a daily basis, and I'm going to show with you a little bit of what I practice. Okay, so let's get into our mats and do it. If you have a tennis ball or any myofascial release ball, I'm going to use today, because in order to have a flow movement, stability is a very important point. So stability we get when our feet are grounded. We feel the ground underneath the soles of our feet. So that is how we're going to start today. So get your tennis ball, and let's start. Push the foot on the top of the ball. So opening up the plantar fascia, warming up, heating up, right? So if you notice what I'm doing here, I'm pushing deep, not only rubbing my foot on the ball, which can also be done, but more pushing into the ball. And then you may feel some points, some knots, some tensions on the soles of the foot. So grabbing the ball with the toes, yeah, and push. And then place the kidney 1 point on the top of the ball. And as we exhale, we open the top of the foot. So now it's the fascia on the top of my foot that I feel opening up. How do I know the fascia is opening up? It's tingling, it's heating up, I feel heat, I feel tingle. So I know there is some fascia work here. And then lift the foot, shake the leg, place the foot next to each other. And now drop the weight of the hips, unlock the knees, drop the weight of the shoulders. And then we notice the right and left sole of the foot, the right and left knee, the right and left hip, the right and left rib cage, the right and left shoulder, and the right and left side of the face, the eye. So then I notice here that my right side is melted, is grounded, it's lower than my left side. So we get the ball, and again, change foot. We play the music of the roosters, the music of the birds, all the jungle animals here. Yeah, it's so nice. And then place kidney 1 point on the top of the ball. Push up, lift, shake, and then place both feet on the ground. For a moment, unlock the knees, And drop a little bit the sacrum. So the lower back, it's relaxed. Yeah. Let's have a few breaths on the belly. Take both hands to the lower belly. So make a triangle from the navel down to the pubic bone. And here in your lower dantian, let's take a few breaths, inhaling to the womb. Exhale, relax. Some motion on the base of the spine may appear now. Start connecting to the pelvic floor. Exhale. Let's bring an intention for this practice today. And deep, all the way deep down to your roots, we connect to the intention from the pelvis to the heart. The Sankalpa. Excuse me. Let's take hands together on the heart center, and together we chant 3 Oms to re-empower, reinforce our intention. Inhale. Let's take the ball to the side. And opening up first the ankle. So in the spiral tradition, let me move a little bit to the back, because it may be that my head is cutting. So opening the joints, we open the fascial system to send the bad information to the rest of the fascial matrix, okay? So here hyaluronic acid start activates now. So to the other direction. And as I want to open my ankle, I'm opening my hip, my knees. The whole of the right side of my body is activating, is getting juice. Good. The left side, toes pop. So first, when I use my toes, there is a rotation, external rotation, so this way, yeah? And now I place the ball of my foot, and there is an internal rotation. And what is happening here, it's opening up my toe joints, opening up my ankle, my knees, up to my hip, and I start ripple up to my spine. Yeah. And shake again, both legs. Let's place the feet parallel to each other. So we see our toes, lift the toes up. And spread the toes apart. Exhale, drop 1, 2, 3, number 4. And the big toe to the ground. Very good. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, drop the heels. And we start with the knees now, using each part of our feet. So side of the feet, front of the feet, toes, side, heels, side again, toes, side, heels. Exhale, front, inhale, up. Exhale, inhale. Back to center and opposite direction. Notice that the whole of my body is moving with this. What is happening here to my back, to my hip, to my sacrum. Good. So now, gonna open up and stimulate the whole sacroiliac area, side of the hips, pubic area, and also pelvic floor, okay? So very simple. What we're gonna do now is to move the pelvis just parallel to the ground. What I like to do here is to visualize that inside my pelvis, it's a bowl full of water, and if I don't want to drop the water, I keep my hip, I keep this bowl steady, so facing up, just here, so there is no tilting to the anterior or posterior tilt. So here I feel pretty much the hip cavity moving on the top of the head of the femur. Yeah? So what it's doing here is creating synovial fluid. Yeah. To the opposite direction. Oh, so good. Back of my hip, right side, front of my groins, left side, back, side, front, and left side. One more time. It's like this is how we're moving here. Beautiful. There is a beep. So now I'm going to open up the sides of my hip. So in order to get the full opening on the side of the hips, what I do is I drop my hip bone away from the rib cage. Inhale, back to center. Left side, drop the hip bone away from the rib cage. And then I feel even the psoas from the back here opening up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop. So slightly bend the knee and keep the other one straight. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop. Center and drop. Oh, shoulders stay parallel, just the hips. Just hips here. Then now back to center. Now we're gonna drop the water to the front. Inhale, drop the water from the back. So here I drop the water. So tuck the tailbone in, pubic bone up. Now tailbone up, pubic bone in. In and up. And this, as my pelvis are not separated from the rest of my spine. So what is happening here is that as we move the pelvis, the rest of the spine receives the ripple. So the undulation, that's what is happening here, all the way to the neck. Yeah, up. And notice emotionally what happens, what arises for you. Sensations as the sensual movement starts. By the way, you can play your favorite music to do this class today if you'd like. Nice. So now we're going to use the 4 moves: back, side, front. Drop the water back, right side, back, side, side, back, side, front. Change direction, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, front. We hold loads of our emotions, loads of our trauma around the womb area, around our pelvis, around our genitals, the anus. So normally that area in your body gets really freeze, it gets frozen. And as we start going deeper in this area, stuff may start to come up. So what I recommend to you, it's really, if it's too much, anything that comes up that it may become too much, just breathe all the way to the soles of your feet. Stop the exercise a little bit, watch and pay attention what is arising. Look in your surrounds and see where you are. Feel your heart center, feel your heart beating. And then you can come back to the pelvis and keep on doing the exercise. So the next one, we're going to move in a figure 8. So the infinite figure. Like here. Ah, so good. To the side again. Notice how my shoulders are relaxed. My feet are full grounded on the floor, yeah? Stable. Excuse me. In the opposite direction. And if your arms feel like start to integrate in the movement, you don't have any chains in your arms. Just allow the arms as well to integrate in the movement. Like a dance, but a dance working with the lateral and spiral lines here, front line, lateral line, back line. Now as we go here, spiral line. They not separated from each other. Superficial line is not separated from the deep lines, right? Good. So now we're going to work with the sections of the spine, yeah? So lower back, sacrum, lower back, thoracic, and cervical. And let's start doing some undulation. That undulation, I'll be in that direction, so you can see my feet, you can see my body from the front and from the side. I lift my toes, exhale, push the toes, push the knees, tuck the sacrum in, and undulate. So you can let your hands to come up. The arms start naturally integrate with the move, like a wave. All the way up to the top of the head. From the armpit down. I hope you are enjoying as much as I am. And then now we're going to do in the opposite direction, up here, just flexing the spine and dive inside the belly. Inhale, dive out. Exhale, dive inside. Inhale, up. One more time. Notice the movement starts from the tip of my fingers. In, exhale, inhale, up. One more time here. In, out. Now, all extension here and flexion. Inhale, exhale, extend. Inhale to come up. Exhale. And all the way up and push two balls against the water. So we're going to start to internally rotate the shoulders. So we create opening on the back line of the body, and then externally rotate the shoulders and we create opening on the front line of the body. Our lower back moves too much sometimes, more than the thoracic spine. So we engage a little bit the lower back, not too much, but just a little bit. So when we start arching from the chest, we don't overarch the lower back, yeah? So just pay attention that, otherwise the practice will, if you do the practice in a wrong way, you may have some lower back pain and some neck pain. So you wanna emphasize the movement on the thoracic spine, this. For that, we're going to start slow. Just here, very, very small flexing. So there is a big opening on the back line. That is, I push the heart center to the back of the spine and inhale up. Send the heart center up to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. You can make a little bit bigger. And back to center. So we're gonna work now with our two wrists. What are we doing here? We're using the rest of the body to start the wave, to start the movement, to start the undulation from the feet up to the knees, up to the hips, up to the shoulders, to the elbows, wrists, and fingers. So we start moving the fingers as well. There is always arch and curl, flexion and extension, flexion and extension, flexion and extension, flexion and extension. The eyes extend, the eyes come down, the eyes open, electric and magnetic qualities. And come back. There is probably a lot of energy at this point moving, heat releasing. So the fascia, it's releasing now, it's opening up, it's getting vibrant, it's getting alive, ready for the day. So heat and tingling coming from the fascial system, yeah? So now, I don't know how it's there, maybe it's cutting a little bit, but it's fine. So we're gonna take the two index fingers, interlock the rest of the fingers, and take the index fingers and pointing up. Now we're gonna start drawing the spirals on the sky. And we push up the shoulders. Inhale, ground the feet, open the side of the body, the front of the body, the back of the body. Exhale, drop. Inhale up, open, open, open. So you feel the fascia from the side of the hip, the side of the rib cage, all the way up to the armpit. The organs as well. Inhale up. Exhale down. So from here, from the shoulder engaged, we start spiraling out. Spiraling out, only moving the shoulders, okay? First, only the shoulders. Opening the front, the rib cage, the back, rib cage, front. Make sure you bring the arms, you pass a little bit the line of the armpits, the shoulders. So careful for not overarch the lower back. So engage the lower back a little bit and keep on drawing the spiral line on the sky. Beautiful. And here I can let my body do the movement. And we can now start spiraling inwards to the center of the circle. Now, if you notice, I integrate the rest of my body. And back to center. Now we shake a little bit the whole body. Oh, hummingbird just flew in front of us here. What a gift this morning hummingbird practice. Everything's so alive. God's gift. This is a place to live right now. So nourishing, so lush. Hummingbirds, monkeys, waterfalls, rivers. But also, no good internet connection, madam. No. So, release the jaws. I'm calling him back, the hummingbird. Let everything loose. The elbows, like elastic, like rubber. The wrists, fingers, knees, sacrum, the whole of the spine, look. And then come back to center. Take the energy that is tingling now on your hands and bring it to the lower dantian. Gather here. And breathe all the way there. Then we brush whatever has been released from the back. Now we're going to start some arch and curl. So as I said, we're going to work more with the thoracic spine, that heart center region, okay, Anahata Center, which is normally the part of our spine that is more locked. It has less movement compared to the lower back and compared to the cervical, to the neck, because this is the rib cage holding the thoracic spine in order to protect our lungs, our heart. So there is a reason why it moves less. But we can optimize that movement. Yeah? We can create more range of motion and unlock that area in our spine. Okay? So as I said before, so the movement starts from the tip of our fingers to the center of the body, and out from the center of the body to the fingers. So anything we're doing is happening in that way, yeah? And the feet plays a big role. So when I inhale and I want to arch, it's electric quality of movement. I come to the front of my feet, the front of my toes, which has a fire quality. If you do it now with me, you can feel. We open the eyes, and then as we draw the energy, we bring everything to the heels, we bring everything as a water quality. So magnetic, we pull towards us. We open and close. That closure is an opening for the back line. And when we are opening the front line, there is no closure on the back line. We keep our shoulder blades still away from each other. We don't compress. We avoid pushing and compressing the spine here and the shoulder blades. So we keep the shoulder blades open, yeah, like a back bend. Exhale, inhale. Just playing with that, because that is the foundation of all the movement in order to play with bigger spirals. And back to center. Okay? Now we're going to play with that beautiful movement that many of you already knows from doing some spiral class before. And I call this move the holding the cups, holding the teacups, like they are very special tea and very special cups we can't break. So our palms keeps on holding the cups throughout the whole movement. Yeah? We take in, we open the side of the body, the side of the rib cage, and we take in again, and out, and open, and back here. The same, we take in, open over the head, open the front line, and take back into the belly, okay, into our guts. It's like wrapping a string on the tip of our pink finger, the small finger, yeah? And then someone's going to pull the string in. So imagine that someone's pulling the string from that small finger. So here, I'm opening the back line, open, open, open. Open the side line, front line now. Look how this movement incorporates all the lines. And again, back to center, and we open the back line, out here. Keep on looking at my hands, never, the palms never turn down. Open, and back to center. The connection, it's all over the fascia, it's all over the fascial matrix. Like right now, I'm feeling the side, the armpit, but also here, I feel the whole of my arms. Out. And remember that our feet are not stick on the ground, it's not glued. We can play. There is birds everywhere here, so gorgeous. I'm still learning the name of the birds. Okay, so come back to center now, and then we're going to open. It's like bring a string to the tip of the thumbs, okay? So then it's pulling a string out, 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 over the head, and we start curling. So flexing the spine, opening the back line, out, touching the kidneys, open the front line. We give, we offer the tea, we offer our hearts, we offer our help, our happiness. For those ones who are out there. So again, we offer, we open. Yeah. I hope you enjoy as much as I am. And I can play with my legs. One hand only over kidney, and now the other hand over the head and out. Then come back to center. Right hand on the heart center, left hand on the belly. By this point, the heart center is quite open. The pelvic floor is quite open. They start connecting heart and second chakra. Our heart and our anahata and our swadhisthana. Okay. So now we're going to integrate some spirals, some arch and curl in some poses. And I'm gonna, so feet parallel to each other. I'm gonna turn this way so you can see my back, you can see my spine, yeah? Uttanasana. We inhale. Open, curl, arch, exhale. We inhale, curl, exhale, arch. Inhale, curling, exhale, arch. Inhale, curl, arch. And all the way down, curling. Exhale here. Spine straight. Belly button all the way back to the spine. If you'd like to, just make the hook and grab your big toes. And you can keep very small, very gentle arch and curl here from the lower back until you find stillness in your practice. Otherwise, it's too vata, it's too much movement throughout the whole practice. We also need stillness, the balance in between stillness and movement. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl, release. Inhale, arch, bend the knees. Sit in Utkatasana. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, open Utkatasana. Sit here. Sit a little bit more. Remember not to overarch the back. Exhale. Back to center. Trikonasana. Back leg. Left leg to the back. Right leg to the front. We curl here. Inhale, we arch. Extend the knee. We curl. And we arch, extending the knee. One more time, we curl. And we arch. Open up. We can play with your wrist, your fingers, and keep on opening up a little bit more the spine. Lift the toes up, drop the toes down. Five breaths. Exhale, curl here. Inhale, arch back to center. Exhale. Horse pose. Inhale, up. So curl. Drop the back heel. Exhale, arch. Inhale, curly. Exhale, arch. Inhale, bend the front knee, curl. Exhale, arch. Extend the front knee. Open the side of the body. And play with your right wrist. Fingers. Keep on opening the side of the body. The right side of the body. The left side of the body. Lift the toes up. Exhale, look down to the toes. Drop. Down, exhale. Inhale, back to center. Drop into the horse position. Inhale, up. Back to center, close your horse a little bit. Exhale. Drop it into the horse. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale. Turn to the right. Curl here. Inhale, arch, lift the hands. Twisted triangle. Exhale, left hand on the side of the right leg. Inhale, curl. Exhale, arch, open up. Five breaths here. Exhale, curl. Inhale, back to center, arch. Exhale, curl. Arch. 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Up. Arch. Drop the back heel. Exhale. Twist. Inhale, curl. Exhale, arch. Five. We curl here. We inhale, we arch. Back to center, curling, gathering. Inhale, out, arch. And now we're going to sit. Start some arch and curl sitting. So we sit on the heels, if it's possible for you. If not, just grab a block and put in between your legs and sit on the block, okay? Which is the same in the block or bolster, it's the same. So we're going to keep the same concept here, but we're going to start working with spiral lines a little bit more in our twist. I bring my mat to the front a little bit. Not touch the fence. Okay, so very gentle here, very subtle. That is how we start. Yeah, 1, inhale, arch. Exhale, back to center, curl. When I'm curling, my belly button comes all the way back to my spine. It's very important, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, to use the bandhas here. Yeah? Inhale, arch. Exhale, pull the bandhas. Curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale. More flow now. Notice that we're going to start. Make the movement a little bit bigger. Exhale. So my left hand comes to the right side and the right hand supports on the back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now the opposite. Inhale. In the center. Exhale out. Inhale as we curl. The breath change. Exhale as we twist. Inhale, curling. Exhale, twist. Inhale, curling. Exhale, twist. Inhale, curl. Exhale, twist. Inhale, curl. I'm gonna open a little bit more. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Belly button in. Bandas pull. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Oh, so good. Two more times for each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And come back to center. Just observing how the energy is moving now, unlocking your spine. Yeah. Let's sit. Extend the legs. Come up to open up the sits bones and come to your Dandasana. Yeah? So we open here, we ground, send the sits bones down to the center of the earth. Push the heels out. A little bit more. We spiral the legs in and push the heels out. Yeah? So we're going to start some arch and curl here. As I arch, my feet is flat. As I curl, my feet point. I arch, flatten the feet. As I curl, point. Arch, point. Arch, curl. Arch, curl. Arch, and we stay here for 5 breaths. Shoulders back, top of the head towards the feet. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch here. So bring the hands all the way to the back. Point the toes. Now we point to arch. Yeah? So we inhale, point, 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 and then we arch here in the back bend. Drop the head down, push the hands towards the ground. Exhale back. And bring the feet together. Now can the same we're gonna do here, some arch and curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Look at my toes. Exhale, point, we curl. Inhale, we arch, push the elbows against the thighs. Exhale, we curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, we curl. And here we open the back line of the body. Inhale up. Just gonna look at the time. I have nobody here right now to help. So this class is supposed to be a 1 hour class. It's 1 hour, but we're gonna finish this class together. So it is a little taster of how the spirals can help opening up much more all the lines of the body, yeah? So sitting is leg position, and then start drawing a half moon in front of your body. Open, open, open. Inhale, curl. Exhale, we arch. Inhale, we curl. Notice where you're feeling right now. Send the knee down. Open, arch. One more time. Inhale, curl. Exhale, arch. Same we do in the other direction. Already I feel the whole side of my body opened. Yeah. Inhale, we curl. Exhale, we arch. Inhale, we curl. Exhale, arch. Send the knee down, the left knee down. Open. Fantastic. Now we're going to open up the legs as well. The hips, yeah? Drop the knees to the left. Open. Look over the right shoulder to the right. Inhale back to center. Drop the knees to the right. Twist to the left. Opening up, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left, to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop the legs to the right and restart. Take the left hands, the left arms to follow the movement. Legs, draw a half moon. And open up here. Up, down, drawing the half moon. Back to center. I would like to do one Upavista Konasana. With the arch and curl. Because there we're going to work the inner line. The inside line of the legs. So we arch here, flat, and push the feet out. And then we curl, point the feet. We arch. And we point, we curl. Arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Inhale, arch, and if you can stay, you stay for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. And hug the knees to the chest. So you're gonna have, before Shavasana, you're gonna have some closure here. That's what I call the jellyfish. So just shake the legs a little bit to release the tension from Pavista Konasana. We open the legs and we drop the knees. Completely drop the knees. We're gonna start let the hip move. This movement happens just from the hips. It's not my legs moving, but the hips moving. It creates a lot of release for the sacroiliac. It creates a lot of release to the lower back. Now you can move from the legs, look at the difference. This is the legs moving, yeah? This is my hips. This is legs. And this is hips. So extend. Hug the knees to the chest. Extend your legs to find a way to Shavasana. So find the best position for your Shavasana, where the whole of the body is supported by the ground. You can stay there while I'm speaking. Close your eyes and let the whole of your body to be supported by the ground. Take a deep inhale all the way to the soles of the feet. Inhale, exhale. Inhale again, all the way down to the pelvic floor. Fill it up the belly. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Let everything go. The last time now. Inhale into the lungs, into the chest. Hold it. Exhale. Relax the eyeballs to the back of the head. Relax the tongue inside the mouth. Relax the throat, the shoulders. all the weight of the body drops a little bit more to the ground. In this moment, your body is fully supported by the ground. You can drop a little bit more the weight that you're still holding. Notice the air coming into your nostril and out of the nostril. Notice the energy now that is moving throughout your tissues, throughout your meridians, your nadis, from the center of your spine out to the periphery of your body. Relax all the face muscles. Allow yourself to be fully here in this moment. The corpse pose, the dead pose. We're just letting go a little bit more. Dying to reborn. The death or what doesn't serve anymore. This old character, this old personality, we let it die. And we meet that new one that is ready to meet us. Slowly start to breathe deeply into your lungs. Take a deep breath, very deep inside your belly. Let your toes move, your fingers move, the hands and feet. When you're ready, stretch yourself, welcome yourself back to this beautiful day. If you're doing this practice in the evening, to this beautiful evening, I would recommend more this practice to be done during the day. It's a fire activation practice. Hug the knees to the chest. Give yourself a loving hug. Touch your skin. Feel how soft your skin is. The touch of the palms of your hands. Turn over to your right side. Keep the eyes closed. Have a seat. And just notice, how does your body feel in this moment? In this physical level, how is your spine supported? Bring a soft smile to your face, to your lips, to your forehead, to your throat, to the chest, below your navel. And notice what does that smile do, what that smile does to your body. Let's bring hands together in front of the heart center. And just bring into your heart 3 things that you're grateful for in your life. And let this sense of gratitude to heal your cells, to heal your brain cells,